Right, next day now, people. Managed to get myself out here, do some seed sowing. I've written some labels, I've filled up the trays, I've set up the heated mats inside, and I'll come out here to do a bit of seed sowing. I shall probably speed it up, but that's where we're at. I'll cut this bit at the beginning and say, I'm part way through the video, but if you want to make a cup of tea before you sit down, because this is a really long video if it plays at real speed. Anything too boring I will speed up, but... And I've spilt onion seeds, I think. Yeah, I spilt a few, better go and chase after them. It's like live. See, I bet Alan Titmarsh does not have these problems. Right, onion seeds everywhere. Right. So if you can see that, when I was at college, they taught me at Kingston Morwood. Although I expect my father taught me anyway. But there's a couple of lines or whatever, wherever the lines are in your hands, and you can just probably got too many seeds, but just tap with 2 fingers there, and the seed will find those lines. I'm sure this has been shown on YouTube anyway, but not by me, it hasn't. So then you can just tap, and then you'll see that seed will just fall into where it's got to go. I don't know if you can see there. Try and zoom. Well, I can zoom in, but my camera's crud as it's been pointed out to me. Right, that's as close as I can get you, folks. Right, how many onions do you put in? I've never sowed onions before. I put 2 in each, so that's 2 in each. 33 years or more of experience. Started growing when I was 7 years old under the supervision of my father, as we had a very large garden came with the house. I will fast forward. There's loads going in that one. Who cares? This is a learning. We can all learn together. See what happens. That's those. White Lisbon. That's too many. Steve, what you like? Okay, those are roughly 2 or 3, I think. Always thin them. Get them going. It's starting to rain again outside. Like we haven't had enough rain. That is more than 2 seeds, Steve. That'll do, that'll be enough onions to start us off, won't it? My maths is terrible. 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. So there's got to be over 100 in there, easy, isn't there? Well over 100. Right, I've pre-done labels. Probably all getting mixed up. I've not put the date on them, I ain't too worried. I'm going to roughly know when I batched stuff. Right, so this is how I do my seed sowing, and I will just stand here and do this and fast forward it.
I'm not pushing down too far, just enough because I've got some manipulate on top of this.
So I do all the trays. Obviously the loose ones I'll show you anyway. Right, you can just sprinkle a light covering of soil over the top. I've bought from Miclite, which is what I favour over everything all the years I've been doing it. Only because of my time at Pillmore Growers. I need a knife, sorry, I have to get a knife. Right, I could probably see myself coming from the potting shed live to you guys if it worked out in the future. That would be a good shout. Yeah, so that's what the Miclite looks like. You can see that. It's going to be everywhere in this workshop, isn't it? You're doing a bad job there, Steve. That is not good. That's how I normally do it, like that. I've set up the heated mats inside the house. This film footage will probably fast forwards and all sorts, won't it? I'll work some magic in the editing. Well, would we call it magic? No. Definitely just have a bit of fast forward, I reckon. I can't fast forward into one of these. You're coming along with me on the journey on this one. Comment down below, people. How do you do your seed sowing? Like I said, you don't need to buy expensive vermiculite or whatnot. It's just the way I do it. Right, there. Make sure you label it. Boom, first tray, 2024, and it's just past Valentine's Day, 15th today. Right, I'm going to chuck these on the floor. Right, let's do the next one. What we got next, Steve? Let's have a look. Oh, big tray. Let's have a look. Big seeds. Incidentally, I've put my sweet peas in water, and I was following, I think it's Michael's allotment. I have to check. He said chit them in some water on some tissue paper, so I'm chitting those. I didn't even know you could do that. And these are soaking for 24 hours in water. I don't even know if I'm in camera focus there. Right, onions done. I might do those red onions. I need to write a label for them though. So I've got those as well. I can't pronounce that. Rosa. Whatever. Spring onions red. I'm not even some of this stuff. I'm not even going to attempt the names on it. I've lost all my seeds. Under the bag of vermiculite, Steve. Right, big seeds. Nice and easy for your blind man. Because you're blind. Right, Market More 76, which is the cucumbers. Okay, want to have a look? Good year, 76, year I was born. Might be why I like these ones. Can't get into the packet. There we go, we're in. How many do you do? You don't need to do the whole packet, do I? I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Should I? Right, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in the wrong place. Move him over. Well, Steve, if you can't see these seeds, Steve, you definitely need a bit of Specsavers. There you go. Whoa! It launched it itself. Quicker like that, mate. Use it to pinch. That's another way of seed sowing, is to pinch. Take a pinch. Take a pinch of seeds and then just feed them through your fingertips. Let's do 20. I'm going to do 20. Drop and give me 20. Yeah, 20. So they can go back in. So if I completely balls up this February sowing, we can have another crack out at it. Who the heck sows 20? 20 cucumbers. Steve does, apparently. Right, don't we all brassicas in the same tray, do we? More onions, tomatoes, cabbage. Right. Let's do those. Is it too early for sunflowers? I'm going to put some in anyway. Who cares, Steve? Live brave. Right, March it says for these. Stick them in anyway. Live dangerously, Steve. Live dangerously. Courgette. Light's terrible there. Cool. Jet. Zucchini. That's terrible. Terrible writing. But what's that end? That's that end. Right, and then when you put seeds in, just push them down, but not too far. That's what that one came from there. Just push them in. That's what I do. This is how I do it. Don't do as I say. Do as I do. Is that right? Do as I say. Don't do as I do. Anyway, it's just how I'm doing it. Works for me usually. He says. Nothing's guaranteed, is it? Right, I'll put half of these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 for now. So I think it's a little bit early, but we'll put them in anyway. Going in anyway. They're in. And they're labelled. We've got red cabbage. So what else to put in this tray? I'm going to put tomatoes in here. If I have to cut the tray, I'll cut the tray. So, tomatoes. It's Gardener's Delight. Really common one, isn't it? Gardener's Delight. I haven't got any scissors, so I'm just ripping these packets. Is that in film? Yeah. Right. So that's Gardener's Delight. That's what I got in the whole packet. I'm just going to hopefully put one in each. Ooh, maybe not. Right, there's a few there. It's got quite a few in, so I just use a pencil. Is that a pencil? A pencil. I just use a pencil to move them about, or a pen, or any dibber stick. That one's got 3 in. Flip that on. So we'll get that one. Put it over there. Didn't get it. Label's good for moving them about, to be honest. There you go. So there's 15 cells. There's more than 15 seeds. Some are doubled up. That'll do. That'll do. So back in the packet. That was easy. They're in. They're done. Push them down. Push these tomato ones don't really need pushing down. I'm going to push them down, but they don't really need it. Just so the vermiculite sits on top of them. Again, you can just use finely sieved soil. You do not need to use vermiculite. I just like to use vermiculite. So that's what I've always done. Right, it's coming up too fast. Or I'm moving too slow, one or the other. I haven't done seed sowing for years. Can you tell? Put quite a bit of vermiculite on big seeds, but not so much on the little seeds. I'm going to put these all on a heated mat and then show you when they're all hopefully coming up. Hopefully brushing it around, I'm not brushing the seed into another cell. So I did push them down, so. Right, so 1, 2, 3. 3 varieties in there, so that's 4 things we've got in. I can go in a minute on the heated mat once I've watered them. Right. When I do the watering, I'll take the seed trays and I'll put them in a bigger tray of water so they soak it up from the bottom rather than watering over the top, because it can wash the seeds. You know this anyway, but so that's what I'll do outside. Might be done off camera. Then I'll take them in, put them on the heated mat and take it from there. Sorry, indigestion, just eating. Yeah, a bit early for them. Seeds going everywhere. A bit early for those. Some more onions. Can do another whole tray of onions, red onions. Right, so I do a whole tray of this one, the red onion. I don't have, what I haven't done, it's written a label. Good flavour, red onion, spring onion. Put in this tray anyway. Good sized seed. Can you see the seed? I don't know if you can see that. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let's do a couple in each. Sometimes there's one falling in, sometimes there's 2, sometimes there might be 3. Sometimes I have to go back over them. So as I get at least one in each one, I'll be happy. I expect some of them go on the floor. I actually heard one fall on the floor. That'll do. There's enough in there. There's enough for Ron later. Ron. Right. There you go. So that's them. They're labelled. Push them down a little bit, Steve. Put your vermiculite on, and then they go in on the. Get watered. Put them on the heated mat. God, getting some dirt under my fingers now today. Well, I hope for my sake all this comes up, otherwise I'm wasting a lot of time stood in front of a camera. This is what we call putting them to bed, isn't it? Busy week at Stephen Cheese Garden Services. Right, the cost of living's got so high that I'm having to grow my own food. As I said, I really hope they come up. Right, that's 3 trays done. What are we doing next? Right. This thing don't quite fit, does it? Is it close? Right. I'm doing that very lightly because this blockwood's fairly heavy. It's not really pushing it down, it's more flattening it. Do not want to compress your soil too much. I see people bashing, you don't want to be doing that either. I probably shouldn't have done that, not on TV, but there you go. Right, so cabbages. Oh my god, guys, hold on. It's so funny, I just sowed a load of stuff and the camera wasn't even turned on. Right, I'm going to sow them now in a tray. I'm probably doing this all wrong because I haven't done it for years, but I'm going to, I think it's like broadcast sow them, I think they say. So not in lines, not drills, but in a seed tray, so it means I've got a lot of pricking out. I'll have a lot of pricking out to do, won't I? I don't know how you guys do yours. How do you eat yours? No, how do you do yours? Oh, there's not more than a tray's worth in there. Right, I've lost one of them seeds in one of them. Will just have to be a surprise guest, isn't it? Well, I reckon I can stick that whole lot in. not really. Where are you to? There's not really much. There's not really much seed there, is there? So just gonna. I think this is called broadcasting. I don't know. But basically, spread them as far apart as you can in the one tray, so they're not touching. Then when you prick them out, they're not all tangled up. Saying that, I'm not doing a very good job. So the seed, did explain this already with the camera turned off. The seed finds a little line in your hand and you just tap there. This is how I was taught to do it. It's kept me in good stead. Look at that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that even if you're not. Get in the comments now. You're doing it all wrong, Steve. You're doing it all wrong. Right, so that's cabbage. What ones are they? I can't read them right. Rookie, cabbage, red, rookie. People, my wife goes, yes, you can. And I was talking to YouTubers at the weekend. They said, yes, you can, because I read your comments. But obviously, I read all the comments as well. But my reading and writing is not my strong point. Right, cabbage, that's that one. There you go. I'll keep the packet for reference. Right, what else are we going to do, people? Right, wife wants some coriander. Let's do a whole tray of, well, you two, do a whole tray of coriander for her. She's lucky to have me, really. See, all these people Valentine's Day, they're out buying flowers, and I'm just growing a bit of herb for my wife. I mean, coriander. Well, it is a herb, isn't it? Herb. Wow, look at that. They're big size. Look at them. I thought they were. Look, Steve-O's happy with them. I can see them. Blind as a bat, Steve-O is. There you go. Pop them in. This is the real reason I think I set up my YouTube channel, because I know about plants and seed sowing. I mean, I would not describe myself as an expert, but I think, like you guys, I enjoy it. I think the main thing is I enjoy it. I think if you enjoy what you do, it's not work, is it? It's like I did a garden this morning for a chap and did a bit of filming. I was just getting paid to enjoy myself, really. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Well, we'll save some of that, Steve. Getting really tongue-tied this week, but I shall save some of that seed. There we go. And then getting in a bit of a mess. I will tidy up off camera, but I just want to keep the pace going. I seem to have got. Right, so using a pencil or a label or a dibber, move them about so they're not all touching or anything. There's not too many in one place. You guys know this anyway. If you don't, well, hopefully I've taught you something. Just move them about. And like I said, vermiculite, you don't have to use vermiculite. It's perfectly fine. Right, just pat them down. You can just use sieved soil over the top. I get confused. Some crops don't even need soil, like petunias. If you're sowing flowers, they don't need covering. I think, is it lobelia? I can't remember. My memory's bad. My memory's getting bad. So happy with that, and I've just stuck a broccoli marathon Calabrese. Like I said, not great with reading and writing. Calabrese marathon F1. So that's your broccoli. I have put broccoli on the label. So February, June. February to June. Harvest June. Did I say June? Yeah, June through to November. Anyway, in the winter probably. Hopefully it'll be good for Christmas, won't it? Right, so open that up. I think they're big seeds. Gardening for years and years and years, and I still forget. I think on the allotment they go to seed, don't they? And they're quite big seeds. Let's see if we can get into the packet. Oh yeah, they're not bad size. Do you know what? I reckon I could sow all of them because there's not many there, is there? Broccoli seed. Anybody wanted to know what it looked like? That's your broccoli seed. Going in. No going back now, Steve. You started seed sowing. I don't know, we'll have to put some netting up for the cabbages and stuff, because I think there's a pigeon problem over there, or a bird problem. I had a choice, do this on camera for you guys. Actually, that's the point, is the camera actually turned on? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, do this for you guys. We'll go over the allotment and put down the other half of vermiculite. Vermiculite? Oh, come on, Steve, get with it. Matting. Go and put the other half of matting down. Oh, come on, Steve, brain. What's it called, the matting? Mypex. Go and put the Mypex down. Right, so that's 3 more trays done. Well, after right, let's get some vermiculite on there. Vermiculite off camera, put it on a chair so I don't have to keep bending down. There we go. You guys probably all do this differently, and I think I put the cucumbers in probably too early, but I'm just keen. I've kept half, well, more than half. Some of the stuff I'm just sowing some of the seeds, so so if it goes horribly wrong, we've got another batch. Got some ball beans to go in as well. I know, I think you can put them in from November, can't you? And we're in February now, so I'll get them in. They're more susceptible to pests, aren't they, this time, when you do a later batch? Aphids and that. The ones sowed in winter generally do a lot better. You're living there. There you go. That's done. That's 3 more done. So I've got, that's 4 trays. If you count this as 1 tray. Done. Doing all right, Steve. Doing all right. Right, so what we've got here. Oh. Dropping stuff. Blade. I need to figure out a bin. I'm going to put you on pause and have a tidy up. Right, got a tray of cabbage to sow, and I realised that I'd mixed my labels up. So this was in the red cabbage one, and it's Duncan. So I've corrected my mistake with the labelling, and we're going to do cabbage Duncan F1 brassicas. Not reading the rest of the Latin name, can't do it. Oh, a bit of a mess around here, isn't there? Try and tidy that up a bit. Check down the box down there. Right, so cabbage, 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 cabbage. Packets are hard to open, aren't they? Right, again, there's not too many in there. They take up quite a bit of space on a lot, don't they? Look, where to? Oh, nearly lost them. Just managed to catch a few in my hand then. Do not try this at home. Filming. Right, cabbage Duncan going in. Well, they don't seem to want to go, and they seem to want to go on my shed floor. I'm not going down there looking for that. That would be it's gone. The ones that went down there are gone. The cabbage is growing out the floor, and I can hear rain again. I get a few cats. I've got 2 cats. Got 2 cats here. They're the neighbours' cats. One sits on my roof up there, and one sits on Mara's log cabin roof next door. Log cabin, summer house, whatever. Right, stick that label in there. Whack some vermiculite on that. Don't think I've ever sowed cabbages before, so there's a few things I've sowed today I've never sowed before. I don't normally do any herbs, we just buy herbs normally, but they take over. Things like mint and that take over, don't they? But put some basil and some coriander in. Actually, I think basil's the next thing. I'll leave that over there so I don't wander off camera for a minute. And we'll do a tray of basil. So tray, you can use your previous tray like that if you want, just to flatten it down a bit. We've got some basil faulty. There you go. Most of my seeds I got from Mr. Fothergill's. Plug for him. There you go. Plug, plug, plug. I hope nobody's nodded off. Hope nobody's nodded off during this episode. I know it's exciting stuff, isn't it? Right, basil. I love basil. My kid, my eldest, my daughter, my eldest, she just comes in and bites basil plants. Cruelty to basil. Basil on top of it was good for garnishing, isn't it? Like pizza and stuff. Italian. Good with Italian food. Right, there's probably one about half that amount actually. Can you see me? I don't know if you can see me there. I can't see what I'm doing. You're probably just about getting me. Let's not sow the whole lot, Steve. Shut that up in a minute. Right, so broadcasting it across the tray. Keep your hand moving. Tap, tap, tap. You get good coverage. I'll cut this bit at the beginning and say, I'm part way through the video, but if you want to make a cup of tea before you sit down, because this is a really long video if it plays at real speed. Anything too boring, I will speed up, but seed sowing with Steve in the shed. Go make yourself a cup of tea before we start. Right, so that was basil, which is then covered with vermiculite. So that's a good handful. It's probably way too much. People in the comments saying that's far too much vermiculite. It's expensive, so you might want to go more sparingly with it. There you go. Well, way too much. I still got loads left, don't I? About half that amount would have done, Steve. Right, did I label it? Basil. Basil! There we go. Let's try basil. Right. What we got? Onions. I think I've done loads of onions. Let's do the brassicas. So the next one we have is Brussels sprouts. Put that over there. Rip the label off. So where I rip these packets, I never seem to get far enough down the packet to get the things open. Right, seed sowing January, December, January and February. Just about on time with them. Almost getting late for seed sowing them. According to the packet, that is. But what I say is what the packet says, right. Yep, so again, brassicas. What did I say these were? I've forgotten. Thunderberries, aren't they? Thunderberries. Brussels sprouts. Right, so broadcasting them. These seeds are big enough you could put them in an individual seed cell, to be honest, like the ones I got, these ones. You could just put them straight into them. So they're big enough that you can see them. But we're doing it this way now. We're mid-flow. Hopefully they're not all going to come up in one place, Steve, because that'd be a disaster, wouldn't it? Gonna have some pricking out soon. It's going to be 5:30 AM in the morning out here pricking out with Steve, isn't it? That's what I reckon. Maybe not 5:30, maybe 6, 7 o'clock. At least have a cup of tea first. Right, and I just not too hard press them in so they get the moisture. Good contact with the soil. Get my hands dirty, Steve, it's good. And then, guess what? Vermiculite again. There you go. I know Wilkinson's is now in the range with some of their gardening range. Or Wilkinson's gardening range is in the range. I don't know, couldn't see any vermiculite, but I didn't really have a good look round. I think it was quite busy at the time. There you go, the weekend. That's that done. Another one bites the dust. Just going to put you on pause while I sort out again. In the kitchen now. Just going to show you where the seeds ended up, where I've been planting them to. So I'm going to switch the camera around so you know where you are. Then guys, I wanted to do a shout out to Michael's plot, who I've been following on YouTube. So it's Michael's plot. I saw him do some parsnip seeds and he put them on a piece of tissue paper. I don't know if I've done that right. I assume the next thing you do is you plant them in soil and cover them with vermiculite or fine soil. I've used vermiculite. I think he probably uses a lot of soil. That's my sweet peas. They've been soaking for about 24 hours. I could do with probably some more. I like sweet peas. And that's all the stuff that if you watch the video through, that's all the stuff that I was seed sowing. It's all on the kitchen window. Underneath there is the heated matting. I have a tidy up out there. Can't keep up with the dishes in the kitchen, but I'm going to get a sprayer to keep this moist. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have some plants to show you in two to 4 weeks, probably about 4 weeks, before you see anything really noticeable. And daffodils out there, I cut them for the wife for Valentine's Day. I know I'm good, and I've got a couple of strawberry plants to take over the allotment. Otherwise, not much doing, is there? February. Finally started seed sowing, thank God for that. Anyway, like and subscribe if you like gardening videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.